I probably don't need to tell you this, but the Sonic fanbase is massive. With any relatively big game series comes a big fanbase, and with a big fanbase inevitably comes some fan games. And there were loads and loads of Sonic fan games created over the years. The fan game community has existed for more than 20 years at this point in the Sonic fanbase, so it's unsurprising that there were hundreds, maybe even thousands of fan-made Sonic games created over the years. Sonic fan games are a very big part of this fan base. Heck, some people who even previously worked on fan games would go on to create the critically acclaimed Sonic Mania last year. So as a belated celebration of Sonic's 27th anniversary, let's look at some Sonic the Hedgehog fan games. But before we begin, despite me being as objective as possible with these, please know that these are quick looks of these games and not any super in-depth reviews of the entire game. With that said, prepare yourself, because this is gonna get really weird. The first one we're gonna look at is Sonic Revolution The Games. That's a really weird subtitle. Why is it there? More importantly, why is it written in Comic Sans? Most importantly, why the heck do I care this much? None of this really matters, so let's actually play the game now. The game has many playable characters to choose from, including fan favorites like Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and more obscure characters like Silver and E123 Omega. They even put in Sonia and Manic from Sonic Underground. Anyone remember that show? It was weird. I'm just gonna pick Sonic. When you pick your character, you get thrown to the snap screen. Just got Fortnite, where are we dropping? I regret everything I have ever done in my life. Grassy levels are usually World 1 in Sonic games, so let's go there. Oh hey, it's Leaf Forest. Wait a minute, why is this other Sonic here? Is it because I had two controllers plugged in? Either way, he must die! There we go. Now let's continue forward and forget I just committed an act of murder. So it's a beat-em-up with Sonic enemies and Sonic characters. Interesting way to start. Whoa, what's up with the Badnik spam? 2 emeralds? They're being mass-produced now? First it was the Death Egg robot, now this! Chill out, Eggman! By the way, spamming enemies is not a good way to design a side-scrolling beat-em-up. It makes the game artificially harder than it should be and a lot less fun. Rather, I thought this game would be difficult, until I found the win button. You can spam your special attack and nothing will happen. How did this slip by? So far it's a normal beat-em-up. Just a Battletoads! I couldn't make this up if I tried, people. This Sonic beat-em-up has a level where the Battletoads show up and make an easy game easier by doing the work for you. Eventually, the army of Badniks gets replaced by an army of rats. Punk rats, to be specific. What is this game? Whenever you kill one, they crumble into a pile of bones. Lovely imagery, exactly what I'm looking for in a Sonic game. The level remains mostly the same until it ends. On to the next one! Oh no, Sonic's evil twin is back! Assimilate! Alright, let's go on then. This is Neo Green Hill Zone. It's the same level pretty much. Oh, finally, a healing item. It's been 1,000 years. Guess what? I found another win button. Now I can effortlessly and efficiently finish the stage by mashing one button. Yeah! Here's something different. I really don't have much to say about this level, honestly. Hello, Cyborg Bird Man. If you know what game this guy is from, please tell me in the comments, because I'm really curious right now. You eventually fight Scratch, Grounder, and Coconuts in a battle where the win button won't help you for one. Actually, I lied, it's still broken. Then suddenly, Mephiles. It's still an easy battle. After you beat Mephiles, the level ends. I don't have footage of the next level because that's when I stopped playing. Overall, Sonic Revolution is a poorly made, overly easy beat-em-up. If you really want to play a beat-em-up with Sonic in it, play this ROM hack that puts Sonic in Streets of Rage. Just please, don't play this one. It's not very good. Next up, Sonic in Vaporwave Island. I told you this was gonna get weird. One day, Sonic finds a rainbow portal while walking outside. Like any normal person would, he walks right into it, not knowing what awaits on the other side. And here we are in the titular Vaporwave Island. If you don't know what Vaporwave is, it's a relatively new style of music that samples other songs, usually 80s pop songs, slows them down, and otherwise edits them to give them a more chill vibe. What were we talking about? Oh, right, the video game! Yep, this game certainly rocks the Vaporwave aesthetic. Heavy use of pink and white, Windows imagery, actual Vaporwave music. The only thing it's missing is VHS filters and fancy fonts, which are things also associated with the Vaporwave genre. It seems like the developer put all the effort into the game's visuals and presentation, though, rather than the game itself. This doesn't even feel anything like a regular Sonic game. There's no real sense of speed, likely due to the fact that the game has level design that would be more suited to a slower platforming series like Super Mario or Rayman. It's also worth noting that the game controls barely work. At least they barely work properly. I hammered on every key on my keyboard, but nothing made Sonic jump. There does seem to be a functional jump button on the keyboard control scheme, but it would probably take you a good long while of mashing everything on your keyboard until something worked. I did find the control settings though, and when I switched to my controller, everything worked relatively fine. Until the first boss battle. After you clear some basic platforming challenges, you get to fly the tornado in the boss battle against Mech Tonight. What's up with the crossovers today? Anyway, you're supposed to shoot him down before he shoots you down. Thing is, nothing on the keyboard or the controller works. I slammed every button on my keyboard and controller, and Sonic never shot the Moon Man. You can't even die in this boss either. Your HP just goes into negative values. I'm kinda convinced this is some kind of meme game that the dev made for fun in like an hour. Otherwise, I really see no reason for this game's existence. It both fails as a Sonic game and a platformer with broken controls that lead to frustration. You should only play this to laugh at the absurdity of the concept. Otherwise, stay away. Next up, the confusingly named Sonic Platformer Adventure. Fun fact, this game, and a few others, caused Windows Smart Screen to have an aneurysm, despite the fact that it didn't have any malware or any type of virus. Don't worry, I scanned every game before launching it. What is this art on the title screen? It's an odd mix of seemingly custom-made pixel art and signpost mugshots? What the heck is this? As you can see, it looks pretty amateur, but you can't judge a game by the title screen, so let's play the game in question. Also, before we begin, this entire game is in Russian, so I won't be able to tell you what any of the dialogue means, nor what the story is. But I can assume that the story boils down to Eggman's up to no good again, go kill him. Yet despite the interface being in a language I can't even begin to understand, I managed to pull up the control settings and set them up. Oh look! Original Zone Idea, Act 1! It took me 1 minute to get stuck in a wall. Good game. Luckily, there's a reset button. How convenient. Speaking of odd collision detection, the side of a spike can kill you. No, not just the top of a spike, that would be normal. The entire sprite can kill you. And without any ring to help you, you die in one hit no matter what you get hit by. Great! Now it's just flat out unfair. Alright, we finished the first stage. Now it's time to play a special stage to get a Chaos Emerald. I don't even need to read that to know that I gotta collect all these rings. Engaging gameplay. Alright, we found Eggman. What's he up to this time? I don't know, I still can't read Russian text. He could be going on a vacation for all we know. Bring it on, Eggman! Seriously? This is what counts as a boss battle? He can't even damage you! The first boss in the Game Gear version of Sonic 1 was harder than this, because at least Eggman moved. This is just sad. We didn't even get to see Eggman's egg pod blow up like in the Genesis games. He just vanishes without any fanfare. Lame. Next up is Labyrinth Zone. Luckily, there is no water to slow us down in this version. Even with the lack of any real level design, it's a retroactively better level than the actual Labyrinth by default. Time for another special stage. Well, it's not really any different from the last special stage, so truly the most creative game of all time. Next boss, Oh no. Oh no! That's it, Eggman won. No matter how hard I tried, I could barely land any hits on him. This Spike Pit is the real main antagonist. So, yeah, that's where my platformer adventure ended. While I see that there was some honest-to-God effort placed in this game, it falls flat in terms of execution. Boring level design, boring stages, poorly designed bosses, and collision issues make this game a bad time. I really wouldn't suggest downloading this one. Next, we're going to cover something that's actually really good. In fact, you've probably heard of this one. This game is Sonic Time Twisted. Oh, come on, of course I was going to cover this game. Not only because it's one of the most notable Sonic fan games to be released in recent years, but also because it was made by someone who subscribed to this very channel, so I'd feel a bit like a butt if I left it out. This game was in active development for 12 years before it was completed and released, and I'd say all that time in development paid off pretty well. But I'm getting ahead of myself. The game starts with Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles riding a tornado to attract an attack zone, the game's first world. And as soon as we start, the game looks great. Just about everything here is custom made and it all looks pretty good. And yeah, this is definitely a classic Sonic game. If Sonic Mania felt like a lost 2D Sonic game for the Sega Saturn, Sonic Time Twisted feels like a lost 2D Sonic game for the Sega 32X. If I had to compare this to an already released Sonic game, it would be Sonic CD. Metal Sonic and Time Travel are both involved in the plot, and the level design seems to take the most inspiration from Sonic CD. In fact, I'd say it actually improves on CD in some places. For example, it's much easier to travel in time here. In CD, you had to jump through flaming hoops to time travel, as you had to keep your speed for a few seconds. When you're an idiot like I am, this is often very difficult, even the first zone. In this game, you just have to be going vaguely fast and you'll instantly time travel. The relatively long time travel cutscene from CD was also cut, so the game generally flows a lot better. The special stages are even vaguely similar, although you're racing Metal Sonic instead of destroying UFOs. As for the music, I can't really tell you much about it. It's all original and it was pretty good. Overall, Sonic Time Twisted is pretty great. I had a lot of fun playing this game, and anyone who enjoyed classic Sonic games needs to download this if they can. The only part of the game I could say that I really hated was this Metal Sonic boss fight, which is just way too hard for me. That game was pretty good. What's next? Oh no. So this is, Sonic Run Rush, a faster adventure. That's almost as confusing of a name as Sonic Platformer Adventure. And this game is a PowerPoint presentation. That's not a joke. It was actually a PowerPoint file. It opened PowerPoint. I mean, is there really much I can say here? Just look at it. This is the game. Can you even call this a game? All you do is hit the spacebar when the game tells you to. I mean, granted, you can't do much with such a prestigious game engine as Microsoft PowerPoint, but still. Okay, now we're playing as Tails. Why? Oh yeah, this game doesn't have any semblance of a story whatsoever. Things just happen so that they can happen. Next up is Sky Canyon Zone. Whoa, wait. These are just Sonic Advance 2 zones. They didn't even change the name. At least it could have changed the name. Look at how long Sky Canyon Act 2 is. Yeah. Now we're playing as Rouge. Why? No reason. Hello, Crash and Mario. Why are you here? Oh. It's over. Yeah, this game lasts all of 5 minutes and abruptly ends. And that's with me finding out that I have no earthly idea how PowerPoint works. I mean, there's really nothing I can say about this. There's simply nothing here. It's fun to laugh at, I guess? Even then, there's not much to laugh at. How long did this take to make? An afternoon? Please don't download this game. It's not a game. It has less content than a mayo sandwich. As I said at the beginning of this video, Sonic Fangames have been on the internet for a really long time. The first one ever released, Sonic Boom. No, not that one. This one. This game. This game was released in 1995. 22 years ago. Trust me, I would have loved to show this one off, but unfortunately, my PC refused to run the installer program. Fortunately, there was another old one that my PC didn't refuse to run. Sonic Robo Blast, initially released in 1998, developed by Sonic Team Jr. This makes the game roughly 20 years old, and it's not hard to tell. The game actually looks like this. The story involves Eggman doing bad things. Please stop him. Mobius, a cool place to live, even though it's under huge war. Yeah, okay. Time to start the game. Oh dear. Yeah, this really looks the part of a late 90s fan game. This seems to be an approximation of what a classic Sonic game supposedly is. Well, aside from the fact that there's precisely no scrolling whatsoever. I actually thought each room was a mini-level, but it turns out each act is actually comprised of a few rooms. Hope you like the game freezing every time you enter a room, because that's what happens every time. It's also worth noting that this game has really dodgy collision detection. Sometimes you hit an enemy without getting hit. Sometimes the enemy dies, but you lose rings. Quality. Alright, boss time! In this battle, Eggman shoots beams, and then goes down so you can hit him. It's easy. Next up, Great Forest Zone, aka not whole base zone, but the colors are swapped. One act of boring freezing and platforming later, I fight a boss and get a game over. There's no actual game over screen. The game just stays there until you close it or reset it. Surprise! Sonic is freaking dead! That's when I stopped playing. This game isn't fully irredeemable, but it certainly isn't good. The level design is rudimentary, the graphics are ugly and unappealing, the sound is flawed, and the collision detection is, at best, wonky. Play this if you want to experience what old fan games were like, but if you don't, just don't download it. Simple, really. Now, if the last game's title rang a bell to you, you probably weren't thinking of the game I just covered, but its sequel, Sonic Robo Blast 2. I bet a lot of you have heard of this one before, maybe you even played it yourself. It's one of the most popular, well-known Sonic fan games out there. It's a 3D Sonic fan game that's made with, of all engines, Doom Legacy. What? How do these two correlate at all? Spoilers, they don't. Fun fact, this game's development began in 1998, the same year that Robo Blast 1 released. This game has been in active development for 20 years. Not only that, but this makes it the first 3D Sonic fan game ever created. Not only that, it's also one of the first 3D Sonic games ever created, period, as its development began in the same year that Sonic Adventure released in Japan. This is definitely the fan game I'm most familiar with. I played an old version of it a while ago. In fact, that old version of the game still exists on that ancient computer. So, there may be a bit of a nostalgic bias here, but I'll try to be as objective as possible. The game starts with Eggman finding a mysterious meteor on a radar. This meteor contains a lot of energy, which he decides to use in his next plan to take over the world. He decides to give Sonic a bit of a wake-up call by destroying Green Flower City. No, really, he just flat out obliterates it. The opening cutscene explicitly states that everything that was once there was destroyed, and everyone that was once there has been killed. This suddenly took a really dark turn. Look at how cutesy the art style is! Were you expecting a freaking genocide? Anyway, Sonic and Tails have to collect the Chaos Emerald and stop Eggman. It's your average Sonic story with a lot more mass murder. Now, as I said, this is a 3D platform made in an engine created specifically for first-person shooters. I know this sounds like a truly infernal match, but it actually works a lot better than you'd think it does. The controls are actually pretty responsive, and it's pretty fun to run around. The game more or less plays like a 3D approximation of the classic Sonic games. Sonic retains most of his moves from those games, but he also gets the jump dash, which is especially useful in boss battles. This game reminds me of Sonic 2 the most. I don't know, there's just something Sonic 2-ish about this game. Green Flower Zone is a pretty standard graphic Zone 1. Easy levels, easy boss. Next up is Techno Hill Zone, or as I call it, Jesus Zone! I got lost. The game's presentation is pretty good too. Although this game is based off an old PC Games engine, it looks pretty nice, and I quite like the game's cutesy art style. This is also one of the few fan games to have an original soundtrack, and it's pretty good. I even used some of its music in my old bad videos. Overall, Sonic Robo Blast 2 is actually pretty good. It's interesting to see how the devs improved so much from the first game. We went from wonky platformer without scrolling to solid 3D Sonic game. I suggest checking it out and following its still ongoing development. Oh, by the way, since this game was made with Doom Legacy, this game is compatible with the same WAD files that contain mods for Doom Legacy. There's a lot of them out there, so if you want more of what's already there in Sonic Robo Blast 2, go download some mods. Another confusingly named game, here we have Sonic Sea Revival. What the heck does that even mean? Ooh, multiple playable characters. I don't know who this guy is, and I don't necessarily care enough to find out, so I'm going to play as Sonic. Alright, we're in a hub area. Yo, Ray, are you alright? You aren't looking so hot. Anyways, I finally found a level after a whole minute of aimlessly wandering around not winning my life. The first level looks nothing like the hub, aside from some palm trees thrown around here and there at the level entrance. Seriously, how do these two areas correlate in any way? Now that I'm done having an aneurysm about stuff that doesn't matter in the slightest, let's play the game. And yeah, it's a game. Not much more I can say about it. The game is kinda like Sonic Advance. Wait, where do I go? This dock isn't low enough for me to jump up to, and there's no spring in sight. Wait, what? I mean, I'm up here, but I don't know how. Oh, was there an invisible spring there? Logic? Oh yeah, stage complete. Had fun in Beach Shore? Not really, no. Let's find the next— oh, never mind, I'm in Beach Shore again. And I'm the other guy. Sonic's a shapeshifter now? This game is evil. Let's just pause the game and— nope, escape just closed the game without warning. Cool! Okay, now I just went through the level again as Sonic. Here's the next level, which is literally just Kingdom Valley from Sonic 06, right down to the name. Originality. I'm finding a really hard time saying anything about this game. There's not much to talk about— wait, what? Oh, so now he can phase through solid freaking matter? What parallel universe does this take place in where Sonic is an omnipotent god? I died, yeah, but Sonic can just go right through that wall. I call hacks! And drawn out jokes that need to end. Now there's not really much else that I can say. I got a game over because of this stupid rail section. The game just closes. Puts in the effort to create an original character? Too lazy to code a game over sequence. Okay. This game isn't horrendous, but you really can tell the person who made this is a novice in platforming and level design, because those are the most lacking aspects in the game. Now we have another pretty good game with Sonic Game Land. A lot of you might have heard of this one, as it was pretty well known a few years ago, but unfortunately it seems to have dropped off the face of the earth after the first demo was released. That's a bummer. We do have this pretty good demo to play. It has one stage, Starlight Pursuit. As soon as we start, this game gives us a pretty good first impression. It controls well, looks nice, and even has some pretty good original music. The game's art style is very reminiscent of Sonic Colors, with bright neon lights on dark, starry backgrounds. As for the gameplay, it's a lot like a more polished Sonic Advance game. Mostly what you expect from a game like this. There is one unique thing in this game though. The kick move. You kick and it sends shockwaves around you. Fascinating. Ironically, the kick is the least useful attack in the game. The homing attack usually works better for taking out enemies than the kick. I actually use the kick attack as more of a double jump of sorts, because it sends you up in the air a bit when used. The demo level eventually culminates in the boss battle against Eggman. This boss battle is the only time where I actually found the kick attack actually useful in combat. This boss even has a second phase that changes up the gameplay a bit for variety's sake. After the boss battle, the demo ends. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with this game. It was pretty fun to play, and I'm sad that it will likely never be finished and released. I'd recommend downloading the demo though. Also, there's a battle mode, but I don't have any friends, so I couldn't have told you how that worked. Next up, we have Sonic Adventures RPG. It's pretty understandable why so many people want a Sonic RPG. The official one, Sonic Chronicles Dark Brotherhood, disappointed many fans of the series, so a lot of people decided to take matters into their own hands by trying to make their own Sonic RPG. This is one of them. We start the game and we get some story. I wonder, what's Eggman doing right now? Probably some eggy plans. I knew it! I knew Eggman was searching for the Chaos Egg this entire time! Wake up, America! Oh, the first enemy is Metal Sonic. That's comforting. Good thing we start with 2,562 health, 278 magic points, and 13 toilet paper? Our attacks also deal ridiculous amounts of damage. Nice try, but you can't beat me. Dude, I am a god tier character in this game. Don't try me. And now he's Metal Sonic transformed. I thought you were Neo Metal Sonic. I'm getting a bit low on health, so I'm going to use some of my toilet paper to heal myself. Didn't know it was that powerful. Let's use some more toilet paper to use Spin Dash plus plus plus. It's better than the normal one, you know? Yeah, I got that from the fact that they added 3 plus at the end of the attack's name. When Sonic Mania plus 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 coming out? Can't wait. And this attack is so powerful that it causes Metal Sonic to lose balance 5 times. How does that even work? A few more turns later, and Metal Sonic transformed has been defeated. Wait, go back a little. Is that a white box around Sonic? Did the person who made this seriously forget to erase the background on their sprites? Amazing freaking game. After you finish the battle, you're back to the maze thing. Woo, he was tough. Not when you have the power of toilet paper! Sonic finds a sword, obliterates the 4th wall, and now we can move on. Now we're fighting Mecha Sonic. Yay? Get this. Mecha Sonic's battle is the exact same thing. You keep wailing on this boss with a disgusting amount of HP, build up your toilet paper, and use a bunch of special moves. Variety? What the heck is that? I really want to see what Raging Slash does. Better be good, because it requires the maximum amount of toilet paper to use. Yes, I built up all that power. Let's see what Mecha Sonic is in for. Using this causes the enemy to lose balance, be poisoned, be blinded, no longer be able to cast magic, be confused, and fall asleep. That's like every status effect. And the battle menu description says it can target multiple enemies. Talk about overpowered. It's not even that hard to get 100 toilet paper required for the move anyway. Eventually, I beat Mecha Sonic and now I can move forward. He is really tough. I bet that egg-headed making powerful robot stop me. Wow, really? You just noticed. What do you think all of those badniks that you fought over the years were, Sonic? Random jerks on the street that wanted your money? Next battle. This time we fight 2 Motobugs. We go from Metal Sonic and Mecha Sonic to the Goombas of the Sonic universe. My basic attack just one-hit KOs both Motobugs. That was too easy. 1 minute later, now we're here. Cool. Oh no, it's Metal Sonic and Mecha Sonic again, but guess what? Nothing has changed in so long. Finally, a new room. Maybe there'll be some actual level design in this next room. Or we can go into a battle. It's time for the fated battle. Sunk for sake. It's the same battle again. It's still boring. No! My dialogue icon isn't properly sized! Is that all you got, Egghead? Sonic wins! Oh, it's over. Overall, Sonic Adventures RPG is just lazy, boring, and somewhat cumbersome. I can see what they were trying to do, but the game's creator didn't put enough effort and time into this project to be any good. In fact, it feels a bit more like a demo than a full game. I wouldn't suggest downloading this one. Next up is the aptly titled Sonic 3D by Richie Studio. Okay, I started the game and it's only focusing on the top left of the screen, making the game practically unplayable. Managing to waltz into a level like this fixes this bug, fortunately. Heh, Bleach Zone? Hopefully this game doesn't make you wanna... No, I'm not making that joke. First level, let's go! Never speak about this again. This game is kinda like Sonic Robo Blast 2 on ice. As in, it kinda looks like Sonic Robo Blast 2 and kinda plays like it in some ways, but it also feels like the entire world is made out of ice. The control is pretty slippery and it also forces you to use the arrow keys instead of the standard WASD control scheme for movement in PC games. Sonic forces you to use the arrow keys. Even with these control issues, the game isn't awful per se, just not leaving the best first impression. Sonic, are you okay? You look fine, but this bandage pile-up tells me otherwise. Each zone is done, and completed zones are marked as a pentagram. Lovely. Next zone is Poison Zone. This game's zone names are about as creative as Game Watch game titles. Ball. Fire. Manhole. Seriously, there doesn't appear to be anything poisonous in this zone. Why is it called Poison Zone then? I call false advertising. Richie Studio, you're going to court! This level is pretty standard. And that's about all I have to say for this game, really. This game is okay. Not much more. I don't feel anything definitively negative or positive about this one. It's nothing spectacular and nothing insulting, just okay. It failed to leave any sort of lasting impression on me after I turned the game off. There's a pretty cool jazzy remix of Spring Yard here though, even though the person that made it definitely didn't create the remix as well. Our last stop on this wild ride is Sonic FGX by GamerD. This is one of the more well-known Sonic fan games out there, as one search for the game's title on YouTube pulls up over 11,000 results. Is it worth that much notoriety? Let's find out. So in this game, you can play as multiple different characters. Although I can't tell you how the other ones play because I wasn't bothered to set them out, but I can assume Tails can fly and Knuckles can glide, as always. We start the game in absolutely not Green Hill Zone. Look, there's a sunset background. It's not Green Hill. It's Sunset Hill. From Sonic Advance 3. This joke is terrible. Anyway, this game plays like the Advance game. Kinda like the classic games, but with modern moves. It's fast and decently fun. Although the level design, in the first zone at least, wasn't too particularly interesting. Despite that, just going really fast was pretty enjoyable. The first zone tops up with a boss battle, Egg Walker. Good boss design. The main thing that sets this game apart from other fan games is the ability to use your own custom characters. These characters are saved as GIF files, and the sprites in these GIFs are placed over the character you choose. The game says that only Sonic will work properly with custom characters, though. Look, it's Crash Bandicoot. Instead of just spin dashing, he break dances. I love video games. Not much to say about Egg Factory, honestly. It reminds me a lot of Wing Fortress for no discernible reason. Crash got through Act 1 is a sentence I never thought I'd see in a video game, fan-made or otherwise, but yet, here we are. Now I'm playing as Kirby. Look at he go, climbing those bars. And that's when I got bored. Overall, Sonic FGX is pretty decent. It's not something like Sonic Time Twisted, where I'd recommend it in a heartbeat, but it is a pretty cool game to play when you're bored or just really want to see a cool spot in a Sonic game. Sonic fan games are a very interesting beast. When you download one, you never 100% know what you're gonna get, for better and for worse. Of course, I mean no ill will towards the people who made these games. In the end, 99% of Sonic fan games are probably made by inexperienced developers just for fun or to build their skills. If you're one of the people who made a game I heavily criticize, I'd suggest listening to my critiques and improving your game making skills with the next game you release. Whether you're a developer or not, thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, consider leaving a like, or maybe even subscribing to know when I publish new videos. This has been blueblur98, signing off. Goodbye, and good luck, game developers!